Hi, everyone, and welcome for joining us for our Wednesday What the Tech series. Now, before you go thinking that Jamie has lost his voice, today it's actually Caila who's going to be presenting the meal kits. I have quite a bit of experience with this. I use them every week. I think they're great. And I'm just going to share some information for those of you who don't really know what they are, or have thought maybe I want to try it, but I'm not really sure, or you just wanted more information on it. So let's get started. So today I'm going to talk about what is the food box, what are my options. I'm going to talk about HelloFresh, Good Food, and Chef's Plate. These are three that I have experience with, and I know that they deliver to the Belleville area. That's still something that's a little bit of an issue. There are a lot more out there, but you need to make sure that they can deliver to Ontario, and they're not just states. We'll talk about figuring out which one's best for you, looking at places to find reviews, and I'll walk you through how it all works. So, what is a meal kit? So, a meal kit is a box of fresh, prepackaged, pre-portioned meals and recipe cards. So depending on how many meals you get, determines how many bags you get within this box. So this is actually a HelloFresh box that you have here that you can see. So in that, you'll have an ice pack at the bottom, and with your meat on top of that to keep it nice and cold. And then above it, you'll have bags of food that have all of your ingredients for those meals, and the meal cards on top so that they're away from any moisture. So meal kits are really good for people who want to try new foods. I've had foods from different countries. I've also tried eggplant for the first time when I was in a meal kit, and just a whole bunch of different flavors. I now cook everything with shallots, because shallots are very popular in meal kits, and I don't know how I survived before without shallots. One of the big things for me was that I got really tired of what do you want to do for dinner? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? That would go back and forth with my partner and I. So these boxes save us a whole lot of arguments and a whole lot of back and forth trying to decide, because we only have to decide between three meals, and often we just pick a color. We don't even focus on what the meal is. I make sure I order things that we would eat, but when we go to figure out what we're going to eat that night, it's, we pick the three colors, and one of us will pick a color. So we don't even know which it is. It's kind of like a draw to see what happens. They're also really good for convenience. So if you're someone that doesn't like to go to the house very much, they get delivered right to your front door, which is really handy. And if you were a single person, this whole box could do you for a whole week. Mind you, you'll still need your milk and your butter and that kind of stuff, but for your meals, at least for your dinners and often your lunches, you'd be set, which is really handy because everything that you need is in that box, minus salt and pepper and butter and oil and stuff like that. So, for example, here is a photo of one of my HelloFresh boxes. So you'll see in the first photo, so there's the bag that has all of the fresh produce in it. You get your meat. The steaks that I've gotten in this are some of the best steaks I've ever had. They try to source as locally as possible, but they do have some providers that they get food from as well. But they try to make sure that everything is super fresh, and you can really taste that in the food. And then you also see, so that's an example of a recipe card. So if you were to flip that over, on the back would show you step by step with pictures, which is super handy for people that aren't really sure how to cook, or if you're getting into the whole cutting julienne versus mint versus all of this, you can look at the picture and see, oh, that's how small they want me to cut it. And it's all step by step. And it tells you how to preheat the oven, and it has all of your calorie counts and everything on that. And in the second photo is so everything that's in the bag. So we have in this one, it's a Cajun turkey bake. So I have a yellow pepper, I've got some rice, some mozzarella, corn, sour cream, 2 things of garlic, a chicken stock, and some spices. So I guess I know that I mentioned that there are shallots in every meal, but apparently not in this one, but you can guess what I'm going to add. So what are your options? Like I talked about before, there are 3 main ones that I've dealt with. There are plenty more, but I figured we stick with 3. So what I've done is in this graphic, I've put the 3 things, and we'll go through every point. They're the same points for everything, just to kind of compare and contrast what's different between each other. So HelloFresh is the one that I use constantly now. You're looking at about $10 to $11.66 per serving. Obviously, the you pay more for the more convenient it is. So the Pronto, which is the one I get, so it's depending on how many servings you get and how many meals you get. Kind of varies in the price. So if you were only getting, it's a cheaper per unit serving if you get more servings of the same meal than if you get less, if that kind of makes sense. There is a $10 delivery fee. They deliver Monday through Thursday. It just shows up at your door. You get a text or an email saying it's been delivered. They have a flexible subscription. Now, each of these do. And what that means is that if you're going away for a week or finances get tough or you want to take a break from it, what a flexible subscription means is that you can skip weeks. So you don't have to get it every week. There is a cutoff date. So I think for me, I have to pick my meals or skip my week by Wednesday at midnight. So that gives them enough time to process it and also start picking up the foods because I get my delivery Monday morning. So they have 3 plans. So the family, which is a 4-serving option, so that's great if you have a family. They have the Pronto, which we'll look at, but I think it's under 30 minutes that everything will be ready. That's what I use right now. And they also have a veggie. Now you can also get the veggie options in the Pronto plan, which is great if you don't want 3 meat meals a night and you wanted to make one a vegetarian. The great thing about the vegetarian options are that if they include pasta or rice or couscous or anything like that, you actually get more than your 2 servings, or more than you could probably eat for your dinner. So you can make that stretch, those 2 servings or 3 servings, stretch to maybe 4 or 5, which is kind of nice, especially with pasta. I always add in different pastas and things like that so I can make it stretch further because it is expensive and I want to get my money's worth. The only thing is that when you get a meat, you only get the portions of meat. So if you had 2 servings of one meal and it was a chicken meal, you're only going to get 2 chicken breasts. If you have a steak one, you're only going to get the 2 steaks. Mind you, the steaks are delicious. They're usually like top sirloin steaks or strip loin steaks, whatever the fancy one is. Again, they're probably the best steaks I've ever had, and I amaze myself that they come out of a box. So moving on to Chef's Plate. So Chef's Plate is between $8.99 and $12.95 per serving, obviously depending on which plan you have and how many servings per meal you're going to get. It depends on how much you're going to pay. There is a $6 delivery fee. In our area, they deliver on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Again, they also have a flexible subscription, and they have a classic family vegetarian option. Now, what's interesting to note is that actually Chef's Plate which I found out today is a subsidiary company to HelloFresh. So HelloFresh actually owns Chef's Plate, which I thought was really interesting and kind of mind-blowing. And lastly, we have Good Food. So they're between $9 and $12.88. Their website says they have a $0 delivery fee. They are a little bit more on the expensive side, depending on what you get. So not paying a delivery fee is really nice. Again, that's all in that kind of convenience thing, right? If we go to a convenience store to buy milk, we're paying more than if we went to Reed's Dairy, right? So it's all about that convenience fee. They deliver in our area from Tuesday to Friday. So I actually had to go into my old account and ask them. I couldn't really find out on the website when specifically the dates are for our area. And I almost re-enrolled into their program. Good Food is really kind of hard to cancel. You actually have to contact them to cancel. You can skip for future months and keep skipping. But if you are like me and you forget about things really easily, you don't want to do that because at some point you're going to forget to go and skip, and then you're going to get another food box, which has happened before. So with Good Food, you have to actually go in and contact them to cancel and talk to one of the representatives. It's not a lot of work, but that's the one difference between Good Food than HelloFresh and Chef's Plate. The other two you can cancel right on the website. And their plan options are Easy Prep, Classic, and Family. So again, the Easy Prep and Pronto are things just for for people that just don't want to put a lot of time into cooking and really, if you're busy and you have kids or you have, a million things to do at night, the Easy Prep is the best option. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to take you over here into my Google, and I'm going to show you the websites, and I'll show you how everything is done. So up first, we have HelloFresh. So this is their lovely website. The boxes don't actually come like that you can see in the corner. So what they'll show, so I'm not logged in or anything on this. So what they show here are the menu options for the 28th of March to the 3rd of April. So this is next week's. So their options next week are a chorizo burrito bowl, which takes 30 minutes to cook, steak spice burgers. They have a lemon chicken and goat cheese. If I click over on this button, they have a grilled halloumi one. Sorry if I missaid that. They have a veggie chili, harissa chickpea stew, turkey taco pizza, roasted shawarma chicken and squash something, roasted shrimp and avocado dressing, cheese stuffed pasta and zucchini tomato sauce, Montreal spiced bacon wrap steak. So what's important is you see the little special icon above the Montreal spiced bacon wrap steak. There's going to be an extra cost to that. Sometimes it's worth it. So for Valentine's Day, I ordered a surf and turf dinner from HelloFresh. So it came with 2 steaks and shrimp that I did in a garlic sauce, a garlic butter. It was so worth it because it was cheaper than going out for Valentine's Day dinner, and so we just got to stay home. It was really good. Sometimes the meals are worth it if you like the food, but you will be paying extra money on top of your serving for the special ones. They have steak taquitos, Hawaiian ham and veggie rice bowl. For all of you that don't like Hawaiian pizza, it's a Hawaiian bowl. Nashville hot chicken, sage and brown buttered pork chops, and that's all their options for next week on their pronto plan. There are differences within their different plans. Obviously, veggie plan is all vegetarian, but the family plan sometimes has different ones. So the family plan next week has pork and apple burgers, cheesy stuffed meatballs, almond crusted chicken, and you can see that there's a whole lot. Hawaiian turkey burgers, chicken mac and cheese, and then the veggie plan. Some of the ones that we've seen, there's typically less options in the veggie plan. And you can, if you click on view their prices, it should take you to our meal plans. Sorry, there's my little honey app trying to save me money. So what you do is you pick the number of people that you have. So we're a household of 2. We do have 2 fur kids, but they eat cat food, so we don't have to worry about them. And then you pick the number of recipes that you want. So you can see the more that you order, the price of the serving goes down, but also how many servings you order makes the price go down as well. So if I was ordering for double, so 4 people, 3 times a week, I'd only pay $10.83 a serving versus the $11.66, which I'm paying right now. Now, what happens? So you say select this plan, and then it would ask you to log in. So, for example, we go down this rabbit hole. So what happens? So you say, yes, I want this. Won't save anything. It's going to ask you, there's no honey app again, sorry about that. So it's going to ask you all of your information, and you're going to put all of that in. So I'll just do my work address. So I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on here. And then we'll say leave it right there. So I'm looking, so over here, you'll see the summary. So the pronto plans for 3 recipes, 2 people, you're looking at $80 a week, which for some is going to be quite expensive. And then, so what they have here is the checkout. So you can pay with PayPal, or you can use your Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. And every week it'll just come off of that. I'm not going to go any further because I already have this coming off of my credit card, but this is what you do. So next we have Chef's Plate. So here's the website. It's the same way that you're going to go through the process. You pick your meals, you create an account, and then once you get through and you put in your credit card information, then you get to pick your meals. So dinner at your doorstep, time and money saved. So how it works, so you choose, we deliver, and you cook. So on the menu for Chef's Plate, they have spicy Korean beef tacos, turkey enchilada, Mediterranean mushroom and kale flatbread, if that's your thing. Golden chickpea and red lentil, dal, chicken shawarma, lots of options here. And again, they have their family. They're 15 minutes, so these ones are ready in 15 minutes, which is really good if you have kids and you have to get in between things, or you have a second job and you only have a short amount of time, or you just don't like cooking and you really want to get it done and over with. It's all the same thing. And then there's the vegetarian options. Again, not as many as the rest of them, but they're there. So with this one, you just click sign up. You choose your plan. And then, so right now they're saying free shipping. And they also, because I'm signing up as a new person, there are a lot of deals that'll say, oh, get your first box free. And, or there's a 40% off and different things like that. That's how they hook you in. And then every week when you get a box, you get to pass on a free box to somebody else. So every week in my box, I get 3 coupons that I can send to somebody who wants to try HelloFresh, and they get a little coupon code and they get a free box. But then after that, there's no real incentives for anyone to stay with the program, which is unfortunate. You think that they'd also want to try to keep their current customers, but I guess they think that if they have you, you're going to stay, and they don't need to really worry about you. It's just getting more and more people in. So this is HelloFresh. Select your plan. Again, that is not my email. So this one is 3 recipes for. So this one will cost me $107 if I was to get 4 servings of 3 recipes. And you create an account. You can also continue with Facebook. You put in your delivery information, your preferences, and also your payment. And you go through that process, and then you select your meals, which is pretty easy. And lastly, we have Good Food Meal Kit. So this one is also pretty good. I found with this one that some of the recipes were a little more intricate and difficult, which is fine if you have the time and really like that. I was always tired. So for me to have to make gyoza and dumplings from scratch, which was a really fun process that I probably would have enjoyed better in the summer at the end of the day off. But after working a full day and having to come home and manipulate little gyozas or dumplings or whatever it may be, I just found it really tiresome. And I got frustrated pretty quickly. So the interesting thing about Good Food is not only do they have their dinners that you can see here, they also offer breakfasts, which is something that the other 2 are lacking. I hope HelloFresh gets a breakfast because it would mean that I'd actually probably eat a breakfast. But currently Good Food is the only one that offers this. So they have different smoothies. You can see that this one has caffeine in it, and it's a really good server. There's a little button that says it's kid approved. The apples and mint crisp apparently has 10 grams of protein, and you can prepare it hot or cold. It has fancy oats, peanut butter cups, PB&J smoothie. They also have pastries, so you can get butter croissants. That's a new thing, and chocolatines. I think I might switch back to Good Food now. I can have a chocolatine every morning. They also have quiche. This is a tropical green. I think this is already a pre-made smoothie. And they also have ground coffee that you can purchase, pancakes, and there's a bunch of different options there as well. So again, just like the others, sorry, that's the login. So you just go to sign up. You pick your basket, you pick how many servings you want. So in their Easy Prep, they do have a low carb option if that's something that you're worried about. And they also have a vegetarian yes or no for the classic. And then you just go on to the same things. But here's a look at some of the recipes here in a bigger fashion. Yeah, so that's all I have. If you have any questions, please post any below. I'll try to answer them as fast as possible. Or you can send us an email at the email that will be tagged in this post, and I'll also answer the questions through email. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.